Hey everybody, it's Victor. So I've been seeing everybody do like their quarterly wrap-ups for like January through March, and I wanted to join in on the fun. So, uh, I've got stats here, I've got notes on the books I read and everything, and yeah, so let's get into it. So, to start off with, I think I'll go with the stats that I've gotten so far. So starting in January, I read two books, and it was 1,412 pages. Um, and it was mostly, well, they were both sports books, they were both sports romances, and one had LGBTQ ness to it, which helped. Um, in February, let's see, I read three books, so that's cool. It was 615 pages, and two of the books were LGBTQ, two were horror, two were fantasy, and then one was a children's classic, and then also one was a mystery. So we'll get into the books and everything. Um, and then for March, I only read one book because I sucked that month. It was 88 pages, and it was LGBTQ contemporary romance. So my pages so far are at about 2,115, which that's pretty good for me. I think I only read like maybe 2,000 something altogether last year, so I'm doing pretty good so far. So the books, I'm gonna go through all the books now that I read and the ratings I gave them. So, the first book, and also sorry if there's like a lot of background noise. I got laundry going, I got all kinds of stuff. And then there's gonna be mowing outside, so you might hear that too. I don't know. But anyway, so in January, like I said, I read two books. And the first one was Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. And I gave that a 4 star. Um, and my notes, I have notes written down on all these. So, my notes were basically just that, it was a cute book. The plot line was pretty good. It had the drama added to it that I needed to kind of keep wanting to read. And like, I loved the book when I read it, so it's like that's why I gave it 4 stars, obviously. But yeah, it was a cute book, and I loved the hockey aspects of it, and also there was spice, and I'm like, gotta love the spice. Um, for the first read of the year, it really didn't disappoint at all, so that was pretty good. And then the next book that I read, the second book in January, was Pucking Around by Emily Rath, and I gave that a 3, but I think I might lower it because honestly, I just gave it a 3 because I thought the spice was really good. I don't remember anything about the plot. I was not there for the plot. It wasn't memorable. It wasn't really anything except for spicy. And I mean, sometimes you just need books like that, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything interesting. So, okay, and then that was all for January. So in February, like I said, I read 3 books, and the first one was The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. I gave that 4 stars. I thought that was like literally such a cute book. It was very different from the movie, and I did not realize it was going to be that different, but I mean, it wasn't a bad change. I was just, I mean, I knew that it was going to be different, because I mean, obviously books and movies are never the same, but like, I just kind of didn't expect it to be that different, but not disappointed. It was super cute. Scarecrow, my favorite. He was adorable. But yeah, it was a cute little classic. I really enjoyed it. I think I rated it so high because it is a classic, and I felt like I kind of had to. Like, I think if I went back and reread it, I'd probably only give it like a 3-star, just like based on story alone. But it was still cute. It was, yeah, I really liked it. My dad is mowing. Anyway, let's see. The next book that I read in February was Monstrilio by Gerardo Samano Cardova. And that is my only 5-star read of the year so far. And like, let me tell you, that book, oh my god, Monstrilio has such a place in my heart. I could go on about this book. It's so good. Just like the writing, the way it was like styled to the way it was styled to sound like, you know, the pain of humanity and trying to be human when you know that you can't do it, and it's like, oh my god. And the ending, if you guys have not read this book, you gotta read it, and the ending will make you literally sob, because I was crying. I was absolutely losing my shit. Like, it was so terrible. Like, I mean, it was good, but it was terrible on my end, being like, oh my god, like, just sobbing. But, like, that was literally one of my favorite books that I have ever read. And yeah, you guys gotta read it. It was scary. It was creepy. It was heartwarming at times. It was moving. Like, just read that book. It was so good. 5 stars. Loved it. So, yeah. And then the last book that I read in February was In the Shadow of Spindrift House by Mira Grant, and I gave that a 4 stars as well. I gave a review for this on my channel already, so I'll probably just end up leaving a link in the description for it, but it was, yeah, I love this one too. It was very Scooby-Doo-esque, and like, it just had like the mystery elements and the vibes, and it was very Lovecraftian almost, and it was very, very interesting. And yeah, I'll redirect to the review in the description. So those were the 3 in February, and then the last book that I read in this quarter was in March, and that was Coffee Boy by Austin Chant, and I gave that 4 stars as well. And It was, I mean, it was a great read. I absolutely loved it. I have my complaints about it, but they're not like that big of complaints that I would be like, giving it any less than like a 4-star review. It's probably closer to a 4.5. Like it had trans representation, trans man top representation. I was like, whoa, hello, we love to see that. It was a bit slow paced, but it was a really short read. It was just a novella, so it didn't really bother me all too much that it was just a slow paced kind of story. That was not that bothersome to me. I enjoyed, the queer representation. Just the storyline was sweet, and it was just, I absolutely loved it. It was a very, very good read. And Jordaline, recommended it on her channel, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, gotta read it. So that's where I got the inspiration to go find it and read it, and I'm very glad I did. So, those are the books that I've read in the first quarter of the year. I'm currently reading a few other books right now, but I'm not gonna go into them in this video because this is just, quarterly wrap up. My goals for this quarter are to read a little bit more nonfiction, and maybe try to read more than like the however many books I read in this quarter. I think I only read 7, something like that. Hold on, wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. So, but I wanted to say real fast what my top book is and my least favorite book. So, my top book is obviously Monstrilio. That book blew my mind. I absolutely adored it, loved it. Will read it again anytime I can. And then my least favorite book of all of these was Pucking Around. It was okay. It just wasn't up to standards for me. But the spice was good, so we'll take it. But let's see if I have anything else to say. I should be getting some new videos up soon. Hopefully this one's up relatively soon. I don't think I'm going to really edit it too much. I don't usually edit all that much. But I'll have, the video up, and then I should have maybe a reading vlog coming up soon, or just a reading overview for the week and stuff like that. I haven't really been recording many, stuff for, reading vlogs, so I'll have to do something about that. I need to get back into the swing of things with that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.